This is Sway. Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning. Shake that fire. Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out, y'all.
Congratulations to 3, our first winner of our one-shot competition that aired on BET. Yo, you know, I've been reading this book called Power of Broke by the one and only Damon John from the Shark Tank.
Right.
And one of the chapters is he focuses on proof of concept. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you want to start a business or something, you got to put it out there and prove it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure that this song really works, you know, and so I just conducted my own proof of concept test.
Okay.
And so I made sure we threw it on when Kate Hudson was walking in the room because she's a tastemaker, you know what I mean? She's always at the fly shit. You know, she's always been fly. And that was 3. His song is called It's Gonna Pay Off. What did you think, Kate?
I thought it was really good. I mean, it immediately made me move.
Yep, you came in dancing.
I asked about it. I said, what is that?
Yep.
Who is that?
Yeah.
You explained it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably wouldn't have asked that if it wasn't something that moved me.
Yes.
Right? I think it's good. I like that it's musical.
There it is. Proof of concept.
It's a good focus group right there.
Kate Hudson said it's really good.
Yeah.
And she broke it down. Welcome back to the show, Sway in the Morning. Kate Hudson, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Kate.
But I have a question. Did he write that song?
He wrote the song. So every week we would have, one of the things we wanted to do differently is have the contestants write original music, original lyrics.
Yeah. That's
right
amazing.
then and there. So
that's so great.
There's no sample clearance issues I have to worry about.
Right.
Because, you know, nobody's being violated.
But I like that Kate asked that question because we were talking about ghostwriters all the time.
Good point.
I think I was just talking about this earlier about how much I'm such a fan of great songwriters, you know, and you realize that some of the great musicians are writing songs for everybody, you know, and but it's a really a different world when you get into the people that are writing the music and working, you know, with people writing together and stuff like that. It's great, and so to see that on a show would be excellent, especially in hip hop.
Right, especially in
because
hip-hop.
it should be fluid, right? Like hip hop, it is poetry, and it comes out of something that should come from like a gut instinct.
Wow.
So
That's what we've been trying.
Talk to these rappers, Kate.
Kate, you ever kicked a freestyle in the shower or anything? Like you rap in the shower and stuff? Never?
No.
Yes, she does.
That's not my strong.
She had a night like she got an MC name somewhere.
That's not my strong suit. My brother, on the other hand, is like a wordsmith type.
Really?
Yeah,
Got
he's just been. I mean, he'll
Killing
just
it.
go. Yeah.
That's dope.
Damn, Kate Hudson, man. Next shit. Next season you're gonna be one of the mentors of the judges. I'm dead ass serious.
Yeah, you can see Kate now. Spit your shit.
I'll get mad. I would get mad.
Yo, come from the heart,
Come
yo.
from the heart. It needs to be fluid.
Shit. Kate, calm down. He's a kid. Nah, fuck that, Sway. He needs to come from the heart.
I probably would get a little bit like that.
And that's why I would want you to, because you real like that.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're here to talk about you, though, Kate Hudson. I appreciate that. Deepwater Horizon is in theaters this Friday. And this is about a oil spill or an explosion that took place, right?
Well, it's the BP oil spill.
Yeah.
Which was
Gulf of Mexico.
It is the biggest, you know, man-caused environmental disaster of all time. And what happened was, because it's the enormity of it, people kind of lost sight of the fact that 11 men died on the rig, and that the other men were quite heroic, saving, you know, people. A lot of people. It's surprising that there were just 11 men that were perished. So, you know, this movie really concentrates on their story and kind of actually informs people in a very, very impactful way what actually happened on the rig. And I know when I saw it, it's interesting because I read the script and then, you know, it was eye-opening and read like a thriller. And then, you know, you make the movie and you know the ins and outs of what's going on. And usually when you see it, you're sort of, you know everything kind of. But when I saw the movie, I was just like, you know, I felt so in it because Pete Berg did an amazing job.
Okay.
And it's very emotional, and I think that people are just going to love this movie.
How did it? I remember growing up in California, there was a big oil spill in the 70s. Y'all don't know if you could, who could chime in on this, but I was a kid.
I wasn't born.
Okay, thank you, Kate. Thank you, Kate Hudson. She was doing so good in the beginning of this interview. Okay, no, that's okay. And I was a kid, but I remember going to Santa Barbara and seeing all these ducks covered in birds and wildlife. And
I think that's the image that gets stuck in people's head. I mean, the pelican off the Deepwater Horizon, that image of the pelican just sort of completely just, black with oil all over was something that people think of more, obviously, because that's what was happening, than the people that were, jumping off of the boat. Yeah. So it is a nice thing to be able, and I think, Pete chose not to go political with this story because I think that was a really important thing, because when we did the premiere in New Orleans, we had 9 of the families that came to see, the people that passed away, and it was a very powerful time for us to share this with them. And it's this big Hollywood movie, but there was a sense of sort of a, not gratitude's the wrong word, but I feel like it was nice for them to have it sort of be paid attention to, because it really did get lost with everything else. And so it was powerful for all of us. And I think people will feel that way too. It sort of hits home in that place where I think that when we watch the news and you see something happen, that you think, oh, that could have been me. That could have been my family member on that airplane, or that could have been, and you're watching these sort of families not know what's happening, or if they're, and you kind of get that feeling like, oh shit, that could be me. I could wake up, your whole life can change. And I think that this movie really sort of talks about that, and then the importance of family, and that in those dire moments, that's all that matters. And so I think that's where the emotional part of this movie is definitely works. Yeah,
you seem like you're very attached, to the movie. Like you still.
Well, when you make a true story and then it turns out like good, and that you want people to see it, and for many reasons, but it's also, I mean, it's a good movie, but it's great for it honors these guys. Yeah. It's just an amazing thing that, and we don't make movies like that in Hollywood anymore. People don't pay the kind of money and the budget that they spent on this film. This is like, they do that now for comics and for remakes of things that have already been tried and true, and people don't bet on these movies anymore. So you hope that a movie like this is a true story, is meaningful, will have the success so that other movies will be made like that. People will bet on other movies like that.
Kate Hudson, man, she's bringing a real. We're gonna come back. Shit, damn, Kate bringing a. I think the last time we were talking, what were we talking about? Like
food.
No,
her book.
My book.
Her book.
Your book.
Right. Something penises. I remember.
Your book, penis, and other things. You remember that?
Very different.
Yeah.
Very different
All right,
topic.
We're gonna open up the phone lines. 888-742-3345. Yeah, it's a long story. Wow, very emotional clip from the film Deepwater Horizon in theaters this Friday, starring a lot of people, including Mark Wahlberg, Kurt Russell, John Malkovich, and our guest today, Kate Hudson. And that's this Friday. It's a movie about the largest accidental marine oil spill in the world, the largest environmental disaster in U.S. history. Jeez. Damn. Right? And it's a very serious movie, but in your point, it gives light to a lot of heroes, that unsung heroes, if you will.
It does. So just that got lost, lost with the how gigantic the disaster was in so many different ways. So, and it was great. And I have to say, we you try to make something super impactful in the little bit of time that you have. And for me, with my part with Felicia, it was really just sort of trying to represent the families, that side of it. I didn't get to go on the rig, but the rig was amazing.
Oh,
this
so-
thing was huge. They built a whole rig. After Katrina, Six Flags was wiped out. They never rebuilt it. So we went in and built on Six Flags an actual oil rig.
You didn't get. Why you didn't go on it?
I didn't
You
get to
scared?
go
You
on
were
it.
scared?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Gina did. She
Yeah.
got to do all the fun stunts and stuff. But and the guys obviously. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I read that it was one of the biggest set pieces ever built.
It was.
It's pretty
Very,
impressive.
it was yeah. I mean, there's and when you went on top of when you see the movie, you'll see like all the stuff inside the rig. They did such an amazing job. It's all like completely.
Did
way
anybody that was actually on the rig playing those characters, did they get to spend time with the families, to the survivors, that is, to get a better idea of like what they went through?
I don't really know. I know that not my dad's character. He didn't get an opportunity to speak with Mr. Jimmy. But I did. Mark did. Dylan did. Caleb was So Gina didn't. So I mean, people don't want to relive this.
Right.
It was very generous of the people that would be there to talk about this with us, to be there for us for this movie. And
yeah, Jimmy is on the line from North Dakota, not the Jimmy you're speaking of.
Not her dad.
Good morning, Jimmy. How you doing?
Hey, Jim.
What's up, family? What's going on, Kate?
hi.
First of all, I want to say congratulations on your career. I love all your movies. Anyhow, I want to talk about the movie. I want to talk about the movie that's coming up with the BP oil spill. Can't wait to see it when it comes out Friday. I do hope that they pay a lot of tribute to the men, because I work on an oil rig in North Dakota. It's on land, granted not in the ocean.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine what the sacrifice those guys do out there.
Yeah.
Especially not in the deep sea. So if the movie really focuses when I watch it on Friday, I hope to see that they actually show the hard work and effort that those men put into their jobs, because we're not just, we're sacrificing our life for the black gold that we all need to live every day.
Right. Well, yes, I think that you will. I think you will really enjoy this film, and I think that's one of the things that Pete, our director, was very, very focused on, which was, people don't understand what actually goes on or how dangerous the job actually is. It's a very high risk job, and especially the guys that work in the drill room, and you watch what they do. It's like this intricate little dance. But I mean, this machinery would just snap you in half if it goes wrong, and all of the little things that they do on this, or and it was an interesting thing to actually try to in a movie to make that interesting, exciting in terms of like educating you. You don't want to ever, exposition's always the thing you want to stay away from in making movies. You don't want to have to explain yourself all the time. And just Pete just was like, he just did such a great job. Yeah, I think especially the guys who work on these rigs are really gonna feel
They'll appreciate
good.
it, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about offshore oil drilling now that you've done this movie? Has it informed your opinion at all, or?
I have my opinions about those things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep those to myself, though.
Okay, Kate.
You know what, though? I had a question about now that you
Damn, man, you changed since you first walked in.
now,
We were just bonding.
yeah, and then she flipped on you, Sway.
Fuck you,
She's
Sway.
different.
Fuck you, Sway. It's about the movie. I knew you was gonna say something.
Now that you've done this movie, though, like, how do you switch gears then? Like, say you got a comedy coming up, like, I don't know, boogers, and then you go from doing something like this, and then you got to gear up to do boogers.
Next up,
How much
boogers.
how much time do you need off to come off of something so heavy,
I don't even think about it like that.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like you really do approach every movie kind of the same,
Okay.
even if it's a comedy or if it's dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're just telling a story,
Oh.
I haven't done a comedy in a long time. I'm actually looking forward to doing one, because
Yeah.
I love them so much. But and it's a very, very different energy in terms of how you work, because comedies are like constantly, you're pacing is everything, and you lose energy, and it's like sometimes you just want to be like, oh, I would rather do like an emotional bawling scene right now than have to like keep this energy up.
Wow, okay.
So it's just, but you approach it the same way. Like to me, I want to be as grounded in a comedy as I would want to be in
Drama kind of thing. All right.
That makes sense.
I never thought it was
comedy be harder than drama. That's interesting.
Well, it's just different.
It's different.
Yeah, everybody always says it's like harder, easier. It's just different. I mean, with I feel like someone said this. I think it was Gene Hackman said something similar. It was like, you can't lie in comedy ever. You can't manipulate a joke. It's either funny or it's not. You either have the timing or you don't. You know what I mean? And whereas in drama, you can kind of like, you could be as effective when you don't know what to do and you kind of just turn your face. If you're sort of like, I'm not really reaching what I need to be reaching right now, but maybe there's another way around it, whereas in comedy, you just can't.
You can't fake it.
You can't. You gotta and it's just different.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. We
And
deal with
there's-
flat jokes every day on this show. All right, Tracy, see the timing in that, Kate? All right.
Perfect, Sway. Kate, I love your Instagram, and especially because you're such a big advocate of voting. And you had a post where you're speaking about coming from a very politically divided family. And you were discussing how everyone's very emotionally attached to the different candidates for this election. Can you speak more about that? Because we get callers all the time who are very heated, and it's hard to receive other people's opinions.
I love heat around politics, because I think that's where you see change. Like when things start to boil, people, this is where change starts to happen. And then when people get angry, you see their true selves come out, and you're like, you know what I mean? And I like that. I find that to be the place that we start to see things move in different directions, hopefully. And our family, we're very divided politically, but we're all very different too. A lot of libertarians in my family and Democrats. So there's a lot of argument about certain types of policies.
Okay.
But I like that, and then when I see this election in particular has been so crazy, as we all know. But like there's something that happens with this election for some reason, which it's the thing. Like, I want to know who the assholes are. They really revealed themselves in this. You see like, especially on Instagram when you like in Twitter where you were commenting, you see people and you just go, oh, you'll never create change.
Yeah.
It's just it's so deeply negative. And there's so much hate, and it's good to see it sometimes because it, like I said, it makes everybody's eyes go like,
joints?
This is real.
Like this is happening.
Yeah.
Wow.
And things need to fucking change. And I like transparency. I want to know who those people are that I, don't ever want to support or be around,
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
I do. Absolutely.
So it's kind of something great's come out of this election for me in that, which is, I think you see more people watching this debate, which means you're going to see more people in the polls. I think you're going to have more young people who want to get out and make a difference and vote in this election than ever before.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think so. I hope so.
Kate Hudson is here. DB, you got about a minute and a half with Kate. Go ahead.
We got a game. It's called Clear Up the Facts.
Okay.
Nowadays,
Oh,
people are always making up rumors and fake stories, and you really can't believe anything you read on the internet. So we're hoping you can help us clear up the facts right here on Sway in the Morning.
Should have answered that oil rig question.
You're in trouble now.
Scared.
All right. I just pulled a couple things off the internet that a lot of people think is true, and we want to
Okay.
find out from you if it is or not. Your best friend is Liv Tyler.
True. One of my best. Yeah, absolutely. It's
Okay.
very true.
You're also friends with Rolling Stone guitarist Keith Richards.
Where did that come from?
Like I said.
I'm not friends with that. I've met him before.
Okay.
But I'm not. He's not like on. He's not like on my speed dial. I don't even have his number.
Nah. Okay.
Yeah, that's not real
I don't even have his
friends.
email.
That's not real friends.
Yeah. At least
That's just
an
someone
email.
you met. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that's,
You turned down the role of Peter Parker's girlfriend, Mary Jane, in the 2002 Spider-Man.
I did. I did. I ended up doing
The Four
Feathers instead.
yeah.
A
No
woman-
regrets on that one, though, right? No regrets on that, though. You did Four Feathers.
The evil.
Yo, that smile is saying everything.
All right.
No, I don't. Not really, because Four Feathers was an amazing experience. I got to work with Heath, which was like
Oh.
he became like a friend, and so no, there's like absolutely no regrets there.
A woman once confused you for Gwyneth Paltrow.
No.
Not true. Like I said, we're clearing it up right now. All right,
Last one.
final question. A quote that
Drew
says...
Barrymore. I've gotten Drew Barrymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I pulled a quote supposedly from you that said, "I'm not a big fan of romantic comedies. Believe it or not, well, I don't run out to see them."
Mm-mm. No, I like romantic comedies, but they're not the ones I see in the movie theater. I usually see them like at home or on a plane, but it's usually not what I'm seeing in the movie. I like seeing action movies, and I like the big sweeping love stories, which we don't see anymore. There's not that many of them.
Okay. So you think you're going to run out and see Rebirth of a Nation?
I've heard it's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see this weekend. Let me know if you go. All right, Kate Hudson.
What the hell are you talking about?
Sway wants to be best friends with Kate.
Yo, I'm trying to get in the family so damn bad. So when Kurt came by, I was like hanging out. We went to the bathroom together. You know, it's
He
like
was
I'm just.
nice to you. He said hang out anytime.
We
He
have
did
Wyatt.
say that.
He did say that, Sway.
You had Wyatt up here?
Wyatt.
That's right, Wyatt came
Oh,
up.
was it for Everybody Walks?
Yep.
Yeah, whole family.
Wyatt's the best.
He was dope.
Not like my other brothers. My other brothers are great. But Wyatt's the best.
Wyatt's the
No,
best.
yeah, Wyatt's awesome.
Okay, so I'll see you in the holidays, Kate. If I don't see you soon, all right, see you at the house. Make sure you check out this movie. Listen, you've done an excellent job in engaging our audience and us to see this movie, Deepwater Horizon. We all remember the big explosion, the oil spill that shook our country. Kate Hudson is in the movie this Friday in theaters. Make sure you guys go and support it. Kate, thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
Always great to have you.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.